Okay, my name is Flora, and you?
I'm Neil.
Okay, I have a school ties from my lecture, and I have to interview you. And would you help me?
Sure.
Okay, how long have you been in Indonesia?
Currently, just a couple weeks. Here for Daniel's wedding, and actually another one of Glory's friends, Bella, got married also.
And you until what time?
When am I leaving?
Yes.
Actually, Tuesday morning. I'll be heading back to the U.S.
And where's come from? Where's come from?
Where do I come from? The United States. I live in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Kansas.
Colorado. I grew up in Kansas, and now I live in the state of Colorado. It's like different provinces, different states.
So this is city. This is city.
Yeah, Colorado Springs is a city. It's a city in the state of Colorado.
The daily life in
The U.S.
Yeah.
It depends on the person, I guess.
Sport. Sport popular in there.
Right. Well, actually, today is the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
It's
Like soccer.
American football.
Oh.
It's like the World Cup for soccer, but it's the American Super Bowl. It's a big football game. It is happening today.
And basketball.
Basketball is really popular. Yeah.
Seems like in Indonesia, yeah. Basketball. Yeah.
So what sports are big in Indonesia?
What?
What sports are big in Indonesia?
Seems like that, but it's soccer. But the rules is different, yeah. The rules games rules. It's different from with Indonesian. So
What's Indonesian soccer different than regular soccer?
the rules, maybe the rules, and I don't know the specific the rules, but the people say that it's different from the US the rules.
So, are you referring to, because in America when you say football, you're referring to the American football, which is the people in like the big shoulder pads and the helmets, and that's football in America, where most other countries football is soccer. It's a very different game.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's what you're referring to when you say soccer. In other countries, they call soccer football, and so that's where there's like confusion. In America, football is a different game, and we call what like Europeans would call football soccer.
Okay. It's maybe not soccer in Indonesia. Football. It's soccer?
Football is soccer.
Always. The same in Indonesia. In Indonesia, not use that.
Right.
No.
Right.
Just
That's
like Jersey.
right. And you have like goalies, and you kicking a ball back and forth. Right. That's that's like European football or soccer, as we would call it in the U.S. Whereas in America, soccer is not as popular. Most people play what we call football, American football, where you have the helmet, the pads, and people crashing into each other.
What the habits of the people like to like when the weekend is, what habit people? Apa sih?
Like,
Okay,
are you asking
like
like
chill from.
so what do I do in my free
Yes,
time?
that's right.
Okay, because when you say what habits do people
Yes.
have, that's very broad. Like what habits do
Yeah,
all people
yeah.
have, and
When chill.
people have very different habits. Me personally, what do I do? I don't do much. I'm a very boring person.
Webtoon.
I do read webtoon.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Oh,
I was yeah. When did you start reading webtoon? Because when we were visiting one time, like I realized that Ling Ling also reads webtoon.
and you like.
And it seemed very strange. It's like, oh yes, I also use that app. Mostly in my free time, I watch TV, movies, play video games, stuff like that. Nothing too exciting. I actually don't keep up with sports at all. I'm not much for sports. Glory likes to go out and take me out hiking and stuff, even if I don't want to. But because we live in the mountains now, in Colorado. Colorado's the Rocky Mountains.
Okay. And you say that you like to watching film.
Yeah.
And what do you like for the genre of
The
film?
genre?
The genre.
I don't know. I like most movies.
Anything to.
I watch a lot of like action movies, like guy movies. Not so much romance or anything like that. Though I do watch romance movies with Glory. It's not if I'm home alone, I'm not going to watch a love story or something like that. I'm not going to turn on P.S. I Love You or something like that.
Have you ever seen the film Indonesia?
I've seen the Indonesian drama that Glory's mom watches.
What?
I don't know what the name of it is. I just know it's fascinating because I don't want to be mean, but it looks like the whole drama that she watches has like zero budget, and they're just filming in parking lots. It really looks like they're just filming in parking lots and whatever like houses and buildings they can go into and set up a camera. Like really, really low budget, simple filming. A lot of like cutting back and forth to the people. Like somebody will say something, there'll be dramatic music, and then it'll be close up. Zoom on your face. Zoom on my face. Zoom. Zoom.
Yes.
Like what is?
Sinetron nggak? Yeah, sinetron.
I have no idea what's happening, but it's fascinating.
Yes, Indonesia is like dramatic. Yeah.
It makes me think of it makes me think of some of the over the top like Bollywood movies where like the person like jumps out of their car, but to jump out of their car they like do a somersault backflip through the window and then like stop and pour someone tea and then run down the street, and it's like craziness.
Drama start.
Right.
And falling in love in it.
I mean, I don't know what anyone's saying. I'm just like watching the screen and being fascinated. Though I make fun of my wife for some of the dramas that she watches. My wife watches a lot of Korean dramas, and they're very dramatic.
She likes Korean movie.
Right? Yeah.
And
So what do you watch?
I'm some like romance, but not yet. Maybe action or gospel. I like to the film part gospel. You know gospel? Religion part.
Gospel?
Gospel.
Like, yeah, religious movies.
Yeah.
Okay. I know that Glory really likes horror movies, and she says that there's really good Indonesian horror movies.
Yeah. But
Like, what's some like in Western movies and stuff? You have like Jason Voorhees or Freddy Krueger or horror movie villains like that. And then I know in Japan there's like what's the girl with the hair down the
Falak.
what's the girl from The Ring? I always want to say Sudoku, but Sudoku is like the puzzle.
Jepang.
Yeah.
Sadako.
Sadako. That's it. I always say Sudoku, the the puzzle, the game. Yeah. It's like a little
Sudoku itu game.
numbers puzzle.
Oh yeah.
Sadako. Right? And like Japan has like the
Okay.
well, yeah, and the horror movie with the girl coming out of the TV and stuff. What's like an Indonesian monster in a horror movie, like ghost or creature or?
Lang is a woman that stands
Stand in the tree.
Okay.
And
have a long hair,
long hair.
using white dress. It's like
Okay.
scaring people by laughing.
Okay.
Indonesian is like apa?
She's searching for her child.
In the tree.
No, not in a tree.
It's a weird place to leave your kid.
The name is Kuntilanak. Kunti.
Kunti
Lanak.
Lana.
Yeah.
Kunti Lana.
I will search the
Yeah. Or pocong.
Actually, do you play any like video games or anything like that?
I'm surely not.
Okay.
I'm not like, but yeah. Kuntilanak.
Oh, okay.
Seems like Sadako, but
She looks like the grown-up Sadako.
yeah.
Have you ever heard of the game Slender Man?
Oh yes, I know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, scared. Apa tiba-tiba tuh?
One of the funnest things is to have Glory and her friends sit down and play like Slender Man or some kind of scary game, and I just sit there and watch them play.
What is it?
It's like a ghost and really tall.
Here, it's my turn to pull up a picture. He like chases you through the woods. He's like a tall, skinny man in a suit with no face.
Is it King?
There's a game. It was like an internet scary story that somebody posted, and it got really popular. And then they made a computer game, and then they made like a proper video game based on Slender Man.
Your home in there and about your story, about your hobby. Thank you. Thank you so about your information what you say, and thank you.
No problem. I enjoyed speaking with you.
And Sai. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.